Going on, Consciouztv, your favorite breakdown commentator. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. Y'all already know what we're here to do. Before we do so, please go ahead and run the likes all the way up. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Consciouztv member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. So whether you part of the replay gang, live with me in real time, or nasty piece of bush, baby, I need to do swing and bang on a like feature, baby. Also, if you enjoy everything that Kane does here, you can always donate to the platform at $Consciouztv on Cash App and or PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Of course, that's Conscious with the Z on the end, spelled just how it is here on the channel. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below, and of course, that's Conscious spelled just how it is here on the channel, if I haven't already said that. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community, or your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you, in fact, lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? We're going to not be here for a long time, but for a good time, honey. This is continuity from last night's live stream. If you guys did not catch the replay from last night, you might want to do that to understand why we're here for chapter 2, girl, okay? Because it was nothing more than a shit show. Okay, so get into the replay gang on last night to get into all the things, baby, because, baby, the things were gotten into on this last night. Now, as you guys can see here from the channel chat, I was minding my business and yours too. And after last night's live stream, a Conscious crew member was like, Conscious, Wendy Wiggins crashed out for being rejected by Cenat from the Streamer University. Girl, can you please give us some commentary on the crash out? I didn't even know that the goofy hoe had went live. He actually went live apparently at the same time that I was live, okay? Cop blocking never works, baby. The king always comes out on top. Okay? So I went over there, girl, and I skimmed through after I had put the video on a very high speed, bitch. I must have broke the damn speed limit and damn near got a speeding ticket because of how fast I had his damn video playing, child. Y'all know, girl, I be having to anoint myself with holy water, and I be having to consecrate, you know, my spirit and fast for 40 days and 40 nights before I endure these ratchet assholes and let their frequencies and vibrations into my spirit and inner man. Y'all know, baby, I'm a sacred place for the Holy Spirit, baby. I'm a purebred living tabernacle for the Holy Ghost to sit thy's eternal nature within myself, baby, okay? Like Jean Grey merging with the Phoenix Force. So, you know, so I can't just be going to the raggedy parts of town like y'all can, baby. I can't hang out in the hood like y'all can, baby. I can't be around them godless heathens like y'all can, child. So, you know, it was a lot of preparation work that had to go into, you know, me even enduring that commentary, child. And it was a mess. So this live stream tonight is in tribute and request to the Conscious crew member who asked me to give my personal thoughts on Wiggins' full 1 hour and 30-minute crash out on his platform, girl. And if you don't know why he was crashing out, child, Miss 38-year-old girl, and baby, it's a hard 38 girl. It's a hard cardboard box 38, baby. Okay, it's a brass knuckle type of 48 girl. It's real dark elbows and real dark kneecaps type of hard 38, baby. I'm 40. Okay, I'm 40, child. He 38. 38. Well, 38, but must got $38. Cause, bitch, I'm 40. And he 2 years younger, bitch. I look 10 years younger than he do. And he 38, baby. LA must be rough, bitch. Okay, I know after burning down Foxhole and TGIF and losing 2 mentors on the same timeline that, you know, it be hard out here for a pimp, baby. Okay, but it's giving 38 crack rock. Okay, now I know that Wiggins has shared, girl, that, you know, he done did powder and stuff, child. He done been in and out of the damn criminal justice system and got mug shots and shit. I know he done lived a hard life. But 38 and I'm 40. Girl, I was spooked and motherfucking nervous. I said, girl, if this how these girls are living, is this what 38 doing to them, girl? Let me count all my damn infinity stones because God done been good to the king, girl. girl, when I was doing the compare and contrast, or girl, doing the comparative analysis, I was like, my God. Jeez, baby, is it the witchcraft? What is it, girl? Is it the blood and the spaghetti? Is it the vampire the vampire facials that what is it the soft life that I've been afforded to live? You telling me that I was supposed to look like that at 38, but instead look like this at 40, girl, and ain't need to go down there to New Mexico with a Groupon to get no hair added to my hairline. Ain't needed no cosmetic surgery. Ain't needed no new titties, baby. Okay, baby, the king still got all his original parts, baby. Ain't nothing had to be refurbished. I ain't had to go tow the old nasty piece of grocery cart down there to the black market and find me a new leg and some new ass and nothing. Jesus Christ, so baby, if you 40 and got it going on, baby, and if you 38 and you ain't looking like hard crack rock like Wiggins, baby, make sure, baby, that you are giving thanks to the King of Kings and the Queen of Queens, the mothers of all mothers and the fathers of all fathers, baby, as it is above, so it shall be below. To the righteous, honey, God gonna keep us young and running the earth, because that's how good God is. My God, today. All right, enough of that, child. Okay, we just had to do old praise and worship and just give an old praise. Okay, old nasty praise and worship segment, child. Y'all know we love the Lord over here. As crazy as we be from time to time, child. But let's go ahead and rewind the time. And let me show y'all what happened, child. And why Miss Wiggins had to get on this YouTube, girl, where apparently she ain't been for a while, girl, because she's trying to make Twitch happen, but Twitch ain't making her happen. So she had to jump back on. But the mess, girl, get up into the algorithm and crash the hell out on all the people who mumbling and cackling because she got rejected by Cenat on yesterday. After, baby, let me tell y'all. So hold on, before we get into the thick of it, bitch. Hold on. Because, girl, I think what shook me the most was the fact that, baby, the girl really wanted the opportunity. Now, y'all know I don't fuck with Gemini stuff. I don't fuck with Wiggins, child, okay? I don't fuck with schizophrenics. But, you know, but the empath in me still had a smidget bit of empathy and sympathy toward him, girl, because it was the secondhand embarrassment you know, from watching her trying to keep on a brave face after Cenat scolded and badgered and berated and completely humbled Wiggins girl, and it was clear to me that she was gonna be, you know, crying on her way to the car, child. She was trying to hold them veneers together, baby. That fix the dent was trying to keep shit in order, girl, as she was, you know, taking her walk of shame out of the principal's office, girl. And you know, she was trying to just tell herself encouraging things, girl, like, you know, well, you know what, at least we're gonna go viral. We're gonna go viral. And then right before the clip ends, girl, he like, oh, he really don't like me. And then the clip just goes off, and next thing we get is a damn crash out on the internet, my God, today. And I was like, damn, girl. Damn. But then when I had watched the crash out on YouTube, I was like, oh my God, I feel a bit more compassion for her, because she, you know, chronicled how, you know, even though auditions didn't start till 8 in the morning, girl, she got there at 1 in the morning, bitch. She was so early that she was the only bitch who was there. She was so early that the police told her to get her ass off the premises, bitch. This girl came a whole day early. I didn't know she needed that. She had to have that. Once I learned how desperate she was for the opportunity, once I heard from her mouth, girl, that she arrived at 1 a.m. in the morning, girl, they had the damn service dogs out on the campus, girl, and here she come banging on the damn double doors, waking up college students trying to get in to an auditorium. Out here making all this goddamn noise, screaming Cenat's name, girl, from the first floor, trying to get in and shake the motherfucking doorknob off the hinges because she need her 15 minutes, baby. Then she said, after the damn security had kicked her ass off campus, girl, she didn't know where the hell to go. She was 3 parking lots over. So she ended up pulling up to a rest stop or a gas station or some damn where that was close to a McDonald's, and she sat in the car and she put a do-rag on top of her half downloaded ass hairline, and she had a little cat nap because she said she old, child. She old as hell. So even though she was out there doing sleeping hours, girl, she still needed, you know, a nap, girl. Even though she pulled up early for the auditions, girl, so she went to sleep, and then she found some other desperate motherfucker who was just, you know, wandering about the campus, bitch, looking for his 15 minutes. So then they had a 15-minute trauma bond and was holding on to each other, girl, wishing each other well and checking each other titties for cancer lumps and trying to combine their feminine motherfucking energy and doing seances and shit so, you know, they could be chosen by Cos. But it was a whole process, and I was like, my God, I did not know she needed it that bad. Now, we know she a clout chaser and she fame hungry, baby. But damn, bitch, I thought at this point she would have a bit more dignity. It's already bad enough you let Cardi B, baby, sit you right next to the men's restroom at her party, baby, while she had all her actual friends and family and all of her elite guests, baby, in the center of the room. And she had parked you right next to the goddamn toilet, baby. Okay, so I thought he would have just straightened up a little bit more. But hey, shout out to him, girl. You know, these girls, they ready to go through Illuminati humiliation rituals and shit, girl, to, you know, get in. So it's given all that needs to be given. But let's get into the footage, baby, that done been heard around the motherfucking world. Okay, shout out and thumbs up and run the likes up, you all.
I'm next.
You're next?
All right.
I'm gonna throw this mic on you. As soon as I close this door, as soon as I close this, you're gonna walk in.
Should I turn this off or leave this on?
You're good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
Which way is it? How do you say so I know what it is?
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. All right, let me hurry up.
Let me see what you got.
It's the handbrake that you might have to fight through.
What you live on right now? YouTube.
Yeah.
Let me see you in there. All right.
Oh, y'all seen Kai?
Set it up.
All right. Let's just go.
Watch.
Baby, he said, set it up, girl. I want this documented.
I'm not going to. Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn!
What are you about to be? I was just doing it.
Okay. Watch. All right.
Oh, y'all seen Kai?
Set it up.
Girl. Well, every time I see this footage, I could cackle, honey.
I'm not going to. Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn! Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn! Wait, how are you?
I'm 38.
God damn!
My God, today. Jesus.
I was just doing it.
Okay. Why should you be in Sheen University in 2026?
Well, because I'm already a full-time content creator.
Right.
I've been doing it for 8 years. I'm on YouTube.
Amazing.
So I've done television, radio, and my daily about commentary, podcasts, and court cases.
Okay.
But I want to get into the IRL streaming, and I love that you guys do that, and I want the community. So me working from home every day, doing this nonstop, it's a lot. It's draining. So I feel like, you know what? I need to get out there and build a community of creators so that we can build together.
Is your main primary platform YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. And
However, I'm thinking about getting on a kid because they did reach out to me for a partnership deal. I just like, well, maybe we can launch it.
right. Well, are you aware that you haven't posted in the last month? The last time you spoke was a month ago.
No. On YouTube, you gotta look at my lives.
I'm looking at your YouTube right now.
Armon Wiggins.
Okay, yes, Armon Wiggins.
No, I post. No.
Okay, and your live is
Maybe like a 7 days
6
ago.
hours, 2 days ago, 9 days ago, too.
Yeah, I'm alive.
What do you talk about on this podcast? Because
Woo!
right now,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's fine.
It's celebrity
You talk about some tea? What type of tea? Like Novi tea?
Yeah, female, right?
We don't want that.
No.
Come on. No, we don't want that here in the universe. Okay.
Woo! We don't want that here at Streamer University. Oh my God. It's like Wendy Wiggins walked into a straight ego death, girl. She didn't know she needed that, and she had to have that.
Not good.
But that's why I want to change it.
I just know.
She said, that is not good for us.
This is not the opportunity. If you really want to change that, you will more than change it within your
Ooh.
Okay.
Show more Armon Wiggins. You see what the application online?
Yeah.
Make sure more of that.
Okay.
This is not long term. You feel what I'm saying? You 38 game.
Okay.
Stop! Come on, you live, bro.
What?
Okay.
This is not long term. You feel what I'm saying? You 38 game.
Okay.
Stop! Come on, you live, bro. You 38.
But I have a phone too.
Cooking is here, but it's
The boy is fighting for his life. I got a talk show.
I have a talk show on Tubi that's about body cam.
A talk show about body cam footage on Tubi. And I got to reiterate it again and again and again, girl. Tubi be uploading content to their platform off of a floppy disk, ma'am. Ma'am. You 38, gang. Ma'am. Tubi is where content goes to die. Tubi is like content, like a content cemetery. You know, y'all know them stores like Marshall's. Marshall's is where like manufacturers would send all the shit that just didn't get brought up through the season and all the stuff that had some type of like a manufacturing issue. Like it'd be like a shirt that was missing a button or the stitching was on the outside. Like it was where all the off-brand, unsold, unwanted, weird, half-made product went, which is why you can go over there and find name brand shit being sold for 75 damn cents. Go over there and buy skim draws and shit for 99 cents and stuff, girl. Okay, you know, they be selling reused panties and shit, girl, on the racks. That's what Tubi is, the content, girl. That's why people be gagging at the type of shit that be over there in Tubi land. It's like a traveling circus. You know, Tubi is like a digital traveling circus. And I can't believe that he's trying to impress a nigga who does more views than CNN does with a talk show uploaded to Tubi off of a floppy disk about dash cam footage. Wiggins clearly thought, girl, that his 28,000 views or occasional 50,000 views was a big deal. No, that's all right for YouTube. You talking to streamers who doing billions and trillions of damn views. 28,000 views, 50,000 views is 1,000 views to them, relatively speaking. And he was coming in there, girl, with his resume, girl. He got a piece of Tubi content up. My God, today. Oh, child! Why can't I beating on this man like that? God, tear him up.
I have a whole talk show on Tubi that's about body count. About body count.
Oh my
About body count.
Why did Consciouztv tear this girl up like this, girl? Why was she beating her down, girl? Why was she melting her down to organic ingredients, girl? Like this. Girl, they had to wheelchair this girl out of the auditions, girl. Why did she wear her thin like this, y'all? Ooh, child, what?
I have a whole talk show on Tubi that's about body count.
I can replay this 100 times. Oh my God, it was going, girl. You know, I felt like a sibling who was balled up in the corner, girl, listening to my daddy tear off into my younger sibling's ass in the next room. And even though I ain't had a point of visual contact, you can hear all the ass whipping and scolding going on, girl. I felt like I was watching something I shouldn't have been watching. Jesus. Woo, child. Wow. He said have a good, girl, he said have a good day. Girl, because who the fuck you thought you was feeling like, bitch? Have a good day. The fuck? Bringing this whole raggedy ass energy into my motherfucking auditions, bitch. You half these damn auditioners damn age. You should have been coming in this bitch trying to audition as a damn judge. You here to be a damn student? No, ma'am.
Thanks for your time. You know, I'll fuck with you. Okay, I'll fuck with you. Good day, guys.
Woo! Oh God, oh God. And this is when I was just embarrassed for her, girl. Oh God, baby, she's trying to hold it all in, girl. Get ready for a big Adele cry, girl. Hello from the other side, girl.
Are we done?
Oh yeah, we're done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No.
And Consciouztv was letting up, girl. He was tearing her up on the way out the door, talking about, girl, you using AI thumbnails, girl. Baby, Kai was not finished with that bitch, girl. Kai been waiting, man. He been holding that in for a long time. Ooh.
Are we done?
Oh, we're done.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No. No. No.
Huh?
No.
What happened?
No.
Say it again.
No.
My God, today. Bitch, this is a mess.
I'm next.
I can't. Well, that was for the clip, y'all. But guess what? We're about to go fucking viral. We're about to go viral. We're about to go motherfucking viral, watch, because that clip is about to go. He didn't like me.
I thought y'all was finna go viral. How you pivoted to he ain't like you, girl? My God, today, girl. Where do I get started, child? Where do I get started? Because somebody said they wanted me to give commentary to the motherfucking crash out, girl. Let's get into some key points here, okay? Hold on, let me put my headphones in, child. Y'all run the lights all the way up. Y'all know the king is gonna king, girl. Y'all know the king gonna king, girl. My God. So, after he chronicled, girl, what happened from top to bottom and what happened when he got there and all this and all of that, he said that he don't know why he being dragged for being 38 and in celebrity gossip, and then brought up people like Wendy Williams and Joe Budden and Charlemagne the God. And the big difference between him and all the people he mentioned was that them people were in their 20s when they started their careers, not still reaching for Cheerios and a cheese pizza at 40, and only been in the game for 8 years and only had a few short-lived gigs. The 4 out of the 8 years he been in the so-called game. Joe Budden alone done been a rapper, a reality TV star, and a commentator. Wendy and Charlemagne been professional radio jocks on syndicated radio for 2 whole decades. Their accolades are interviews with Whitney Houston and Destiny's Child. And Wiggins is his most known motherfucking moment, bitch, is Cardi B playing an audio of him dry begging for a bus pass and a viral clip of him getting a felt hair transplant and a titty infection from a dentist cosplaying as a cosmetic surgery. My God. Today, Cenat is clearly looking for young, hungry people who will be the next Kaz and I Show Speeds and Drewskis of the generation. Not some old ass pink thong wearing 304 who known for destroying networks and beefing with everyone who tried to help him, from Trasher, Jason to T.S. Madison. When Ka asked him what he do and said beefing with women, that was the reality check, that Wiggins is low-hanging fruit who don't know how to do anything but bring controversy to the table, which is a low-level form of talent, because all it requires is an ugly-ass spirit, not even real talent. You know, a public figure's greatest attribute is their reputation. You know, like when you have a bad one, you either gotta make a career out of being a bad guy, or you'll be forced into non-serious roles and be a throwaway. Ultimately, basically, nobody is going to take your motherfucking ass serious. Okay? So, you really get strong-armed and typecasted when you're known for more foolishness than any quality work. That's why Cenat caught him out on how if he really wanted to build a community and do real life streaming, he would have transitioned long before ending up on his knees begging for clout from a man half his junior. It was clear from Kai's scolding that Kai does not really take gossipers seriously and definitely didn't want that energy at Streaming University when it's going to be dramatic enough without someone who specializes in capitalizing off the mess. You know, it would have failed, but still, I think he would have had better chances of auditioning as a judge and a teacher, maybe. But even that would have been a stretch when there's something streamers have that Wiggins doesn't. And that's the capacity to be the content itself rather than talk about somebody who is the content, which is what gossipers do. Wiggins cannot hold an audience of thousands while he just yaps and cooks or rubs crystals across his torn bussy hole. Nobody is interested, and the data has shown that throughout the years when he tried to pivot the spirituality, tarot-y, and etc., the viewers were not viewing, child. The gig was up. You know, being a successful IRL requires one to be a fully interesting, authentic person that people would enjoy watching doing practically nothing of importance. With Wiggins, he gonna always have to require a subject. No tea, no shade. It's just a fact that everybody can't be everything. And nobody gets everything that they want, okay? It's just not how the world works for any one person. That's why Nicki's still waiting on her goddamn 20 Grammys. Okay? That's just how the cookie crumbles. Then he went into a conversation, girl, mad as hell at people saying, girl, you went to be a student. They were gagged. And he didn't understand why. Well, here's why. Because Wiggins act like he's mother. And like his shit don't stink. Even when he has the Dookie Stank draws to show for the shit stinking. So him auditioning to be a student while he has positioned himself as a critic and a hard one for girls like Cardi, Nicki, and Meg in a field they dominate, when he can't even be successfully accepted as a student in a field he's actually in, is why the people are gagged. You can't be a judge until you pass the bar, friend, which he has not done, when he's known for bringing nothing more to the table but caution tape. So yeah, people were gagged at Mr. Know-It-All needing a handout from a man he should have already succeeded, given he's been on the microphone longer than Cenat has. So stop acting dizzy, nigga. Don't try to pull the I'm humbled and don't know why people would be shocked play. When had it been anybody else, baby, you would have been mumbling and cackling, dropping atom bombs and meteorites from the damn soundboard. Wasn't this the same failed student who was gagging Cardi B over not outselling Nicki Minaj? And there it is, he can't even get a food stamp application process through? My God, today. How you want to all of a sudden build a community with streamers when you haven't been able to successfully build community with other damn YouTubers? You got to crawl before you walk. You got to go paper before you go plastic, girlfriend. Now, he kept bringing up girl Charlamagne and Angela Yee and DJ Envy and, you know, people who done been in radio since Michael was a part of the damn Jackson 5, child. These are not bearded 50-year-old ass men just getting into gossip and trying to impress a 20-year-old for a job opportunity. Those people are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame because of their life's work and contribution to the culture of entertainment, music, and media, while he on Twitch deep-throating microphones for clicks and views. Says he doesn't agree with the advice. Doesn't agree with Cenat's feedback. And that actually seems to be the problem, that nobody is able to give him any advice. Even the people who, where he's begging to be, who got where they are because they allowed somebody to give them advice. Nobody who is somebody and will be somebody long after they're gone got to where they are because they were hard-headed and insisted upon not ever listening to any damn body. Funky Dineva gave him advice. He rejected it and got himself and two other niggas fired as a result. Jason Lee tried to help him. That resulted in him setting off the smoke detectors in his duplex and damn near getting the fire marshal to, you know, pull up to the damn neighborhood. Now Cenat giving him advice and he don't agree. So what's in Kai's hand is good enough to bow down to, but not the wisdom that comes from Kai's mouth. That's very atypical of a user and opportunist, okay, who want the job, but not the user's manual that comes with it, who wants to be pedestalized, but without the experience nor the competence, who wants the crown without the accountability. What happened to taking the meat and spitting out the bone? To be so spiritual, he sure is all ego, pride, and unlearned, girl. You know, humility is one of the very first genuine attributes that shows up in a genuinely spiritually aligned person. But you know, you have clout chasers using spiritual systems and laws to advance themselves like left-hand paths typically do. My God. Then, girl, he had to take a pause and get a swish of water, baby, and circle the motherfucking corner grill and go and pull out some magazine, girl. That's, I guess, a Los Angeles local magazine, child, that he was featured in on page 219 right before the index and commercials and shit and the credits start rolling, you know, at the back of the magazine, girl, talking, why nobody mentioned this? I was featured as one of the up and coming gay queer podcasters and commentators, and why nobody talked about this? Wiggins, you know why nobody was talking about you being featured on page 219, bitch. You know why the girls don't ever talk about the few, far and in between so-called positive, progressive things that you occasionally slip into and accomplish? You know why, baby? Because I know what your narcissism will tell you. Your narcissism will tell you it's because you pussy ass, cornbread ass, fed bitches is just motherfucking jealous and motherfucking envy of me, and I can live how I want and fuck how I want and drive how I want, and y'all just jealous. That's why y'all won't talk about it. We won't, girl. You done had to move into 3 damn different motherfucking houses in damn 9 months, baby. Okay? I don't know if you over there living off of a VPN, a CPN, a damn IBN, living off of ibuprofen, bitch, or what you got going on, girl. But it ain't got nothing to do with envy. What it got to do is with that New Testament scripture that says that a man reapeth that which he soweth. And in your case, what that contextually means is that you ain't never, in the course of your own YouTube ship, ever celebrated another bitch the way you want to be celebrated. You ain't ever pulled nobody ass up out of the gutter. You ain't never used your own platform and your own dense, half-baked so-called clout to help any of your constituents or peers. All you've done was outsource for motherfuckers to piggyback off of and to stand on the shoulders on top of. As long as you've been in this field, it's kind of tragic that there's not one motherfucker on this bitch who can give you praise and worship, girl, for being a strong and powerful contributor to their own growth and expansion across social media. So why the fuck would anybody celebrate you in your so-called successes when you don't even reciprocate that energy to nobody to even receive that energy back, baby? A hater gonna get hate, bitch. Okay? Just like you ain't on social media saying nothing positive, baby, about these rap girls. Why in the hell would you think you reaping any type of energy that would then put you on the receiving end of positive upliftment when you particularly specialize in negative publicity behind folk. They ain't one celebrity who can give you credit for using your platform to help them. It ain't no other YouTube commentator and peer who can give you a thank you for using your platform to help them. And this has always been the criticism against Wendy Wiggins is me, I, entitlement. And ain't never sacrificed for nobody else. Ain't never did a selfless act for no motherfucking body else. Ain't had shit positive to say about Ken Bobby. Don't got anything positive to say about Funky Dineva. Was trying to run TS Medicine brand in the ground. Jason Lee done put his ass at the Waffle House in front of Kanye West while Kanye was still on his meds. Let him host the show and the whole nine, baby, and burnt the damn man's autobiographical down, baby. Is this the thanks that I get for putting you niggas on? Trashy tried to pass you a Dr. Sebi interview. All she needed you to do, bitch, is just wait until her interview was out for a week because that's how she do business. It ain't had nothing to do with you, but because you ain't got no business of your own, you didn't discern or understand how business actually goes because there ain't no business structure to the business you do. My God, today. Shout out to Trashy Coochie K for trying to work with begging ass 27 days, my God, today. And then the rest of the commentary, girl, was just him dragging the hell out of Milagro Scams, girl, who apparently did a video yesterday hooting and hollering and putting her non-suit foot, okay, on Wiggins' neck, child. So they had a back and forth, and her commentary was just as goddamn dizzy, dazzled, and delusional as his goddamn commentary was. She over there talking about she too smart and got enough sense to not have taken her overgrown ass down there to the streaming university because she bigger than the motherfucking program. And because streaming university can't do nothing for her, when the gag is, had her black ass chosen to be preoccupied with auditioning for streaming university, the bitch wouldn't have had to audition for the federal courts and be found guilty of 3 motherfucking counts of harassment, defamation, and disseminating a deep fake AI against a bitch. Talking about what she too smart and got enough sense to goddamn do, and a whole goddamn life toe up and upside down all of a sudden. You got enough sense to not get rejected by CASA, but ain't had enough damn sense to not let a motherfucking nigga serving a 10 to 15 in federal prison, girl, not use your motherfucking ass, bitch, for a douche bottle. Make it make sense, girl. And the funny part about Scams and Wiggins is that I actually prefer them to be friends because I feel like that's a perfectly paired toxic duo right there, girl. Almost like the female and male version of each other, girl. Okay, every now and again, some shit manifests in the universe that makes perfectly good damn sense, baby. And their relationships makes perfect sense. 2 people who are perfectly and equally dizzy as hell. But the drama didn't stop there. Okay? Because Wiggins ended up getting his ass dragged again today by Antonio, who you guys know is one of the 2 young men who are currently suing Milagro Scams for sexual assault and a litany of other horrible things, girl. okay? Because Wiggins, for some reason, cannot keep Antonio and Jordan name out of his mouth. For some reason, out of all the things that he can say about Milagro, he wants to use these two guys' very tragic situation with Milagro as a dig. And then when he does it, he spins the narrative, which is counterintuitive to their claims in their lawsuit against her. And that trial is set for next year, for those who don't know. Yeah, she went from one lawsuit, baby, and double Dutch triage right into another fucking lawsuit, bitch, on top of having the FBI involved in her allegedly disseminating and exploiting child porn on a Zoom link. Antonio is one of the witnesses who had to give up his phone to the child exploitation unit of the FBI because he was one of the ones who purchased this Zoom session with Milagro where she allegedly showed Kaylin Walker, who is one of the actors in the 2018-2019 film Superfly. He played the antagonist in that movie. Well, he's currently doing a life sentence for multiple counts of rape by multiple victims. And just like in Tory Lane's case, Kaylin Walker saw this dizzy, desperate hoe and pulled up on her, and she started windmilling and going in on Kaylin Walker's accusers and victims. And she didn't even know this man from a can of paint on the wall. She couldn't pick this man out of a Million Man March, bitch. But because he was a celebrity and he had clout and a little bit of relevancy, girl, this girl got to windmilling, trying to do PR for him. And just like in Torbert's case, he too was found guilty and is serving big time in the biggity house. Now, what he did in attempting to use her for positive publicity and to suppress his victims is he sent her footage that he personally recorded of himself having actual intimacy with one of the girls who is identifying as a victim. He sent that personal footage directly to Milagro, allegedly. Milagro got out here doing commentary, allegedly, talking about, oh, she don't look under duress to me. She don't look like a victim to me. It looks very much so consensual. It looks very much so consensual, even though the girl was claiming that she was drugged when this was happening. But Milagro allegedly pressed the gas even further, girl. And she decided she wanted to exploit the situation. So she was willing to show the footage on a Zoom link for $5. A bunch of people pulled up to see this footage that Kaylin Walker had sent to her. But then come to find out after the fact, it was rumored that the girl was actually a damn minor. So a lot of laws were broken. Let's talk about those laws again like we did last night. For one, invasion of privacy. That young girl, whether she was of age or whether she was a minor, is a private citizen. You cannot put out footage of a private citizen in an actual act without their consent. That's considered revenge porn. And she did not have the consent of the female in the footage. So that was a total and utter violation of that girl's privacy. And for scams to exploit it and want to monetarily profit off of it is even more insane and literally what exploitation and self-profit and self-aggrandizing is. But then for the rabbit hole to go further, bitch, and the person in question is possibly underage and a minor is even more goddamn diabolical. And apparently the person in the footage is a goddamn minor, which is why the child exploitation victim unit of the FBI contacted Antonio, who apparently has already interviewed with another one of Milagro's ex-friends and moderators and ex-subbies, King Noir, who you guys know sat down for a deposition in Megan Thee Stallion's lawsuit, as well as testified against her ass in the Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit. And like I told y'all yesterday, Antonio and Jordan also sat down and did depositions for Megan Thee Stallion as well. Now, they never end up using Antonio and Jordan as witnesses to testify against old girl. But as we discussed yesterday, that's clearly because, in my opinion, this was all about Megan wanting to continue to injure Milagro even after her own lawsuit by investigating this Kaylin Walker situation, which they were asking King Noir about, which they were asking Antonio and Jordan about. And clearly that information was passed on to the DOJ, which is how the FBI got involved. And now they're making their rounds and holding interviews with people who have personally seen this footage, who have receipts of this said footage, etc. And it's clear that the FBI is coming back around the mountain for Kaylin Walker, but Milagro is going to be a casualty of motherfucking war and considered a co-conspirator as a result of someone who disseminated this footage out, sold it, and profited from it on top of that. And then it involves a fucking child, which technically means that what's in her possession is child porn. They still have Antonio's phone in custody as evidence. They had to do a follow-up interview with him following the extraction of his phone. And y'all know that the feds have a, 80 to 90% conviction rate, girl, because they're very methodical, they're very patient, they take their precious motherfucking time and they line up all of their business, girls, so that by the time they get before the courts, a grand jury indictment, bitch, will be automatic. A warrant will be automatic. A conviction will be damn near automatic. They don't do sloppy ass work like police do. Police work backwards. They come in, they do police reports, and then they may take you in for custody depending on the situation, but then depending on the situation, they may have to release your ass. It's all this back and forth and going on, baby. That ain't the FBI, baby. The FBI is going to methodically take their time, outsource for every motherfucking thing, interview everybody need to interview, gather all the infinity stones necessary, girl, and then they're going to do the pill-up. Now, getting back to Miss Wendy Wiggins. So Wendy Wiggins, for the past 2-3 days, have been taking digs at Milagro over the allegations against her in this lawsuit by Antonio and Jordan. Like Saturday night, apparently, what really got all this started between him and Milagro was he was bragging about how him and some of his followers are going to go over to Bali and possibly be turned into human toilets, you know, while she's having people pull up to Texas to be essayed and drugged, etc., which was a direct reference to Antonio and Jordan, who are identifying themselves as victims. So it was kind of really cringy for him to be so snarky toward Milagro about something so serious, because there was no way to really hit her with that without it really slicing up Antonio and Jordan, who have experienced a lot of real life trauma and tragedy as a result of this event hosted by Milagro, where a essay was facilitated and video recorded according to their claims against her in their civil lawsuit. Because just like in Meg Thee Stallion's case, when she disseminated the deep fake AI and wanted to make that shit jump and go viral, to exploiting allegedly footage of Kaylin Walker, SA, and one of his victims, to now you got ex-Camp Mob members suing you for exploiting an assault and footage, etc. Now, why he had to go at her like that? I mean, he could have just, you might as well just should have did a real commentary on the case, like we have over here. Read the lawsuit, unpack the lawsuit. I don't know why he threw that her way, but it activated Antonio, baby, who got on Wiggins' neck all weekend long and apparently was still on Wiggins' neck as of today. So I'm going to show you guys what Antonio said as it related to something that misinformation that Mr. Wiggins was putting out in a Twitter space he was in. Because, baby, they got it motherfucking going. Hold on. Y'all run the likes all the way up. Let me show y'all this on Miss Twitter. Shout out to the 567 motherfucking people in the building on period. Okay, so AJ said this on Twitter to Wendy Wiggins. Did you even try to contact us for a statement, or did you just run along with the narrative that your friend Milagro was putting out there? Don't play dumb now, clown. You've been speaking on me and my spouse for the past 3 days. That's why apparently Milagro responded. And then both of y'all loser ass fans came and brought the shit to us. Let's check out what Wiggins and his bikini bottom ass fans on a Twitter space were saying.
Okay, so who sued her then? Because I really go to
It's somebody in y'all group. What's his name?
That ain't my
It is your
motherfucking group. I don't
motherfucking
do
group. You're
no
heavily
public
in.
No, it's
Armon,
not.
that ain't none of my motherfucking group.
That is. What's
Hold on,
the
wait.
Teflon?
See, I hate you. I
And
hate when you
it's like,
bitches do
and
this.
I don't understand why you motherfuckers in that Milagro group keep bringing me up. Because that Topher, I don't know who the fuck that bitch is, but he brought me up in the deposition. Or whatever. He's in your group too. He brought me up, and that Noir brought me up. And so that's the other one that's suing her. The one that had the boyfriend that was cheating on him at the Camp Mob in the threesome gangbang.
So that's how Wiggins tacky, deep throat in, burnt kneecaps ass narrated an essay of someone. He reduced the essay to this person hooking up with another person consensually outside of his marriage. Now, mind you, what's really pathetic about Wiggins and his sloppy commentary around such a serious thing, which we know that this is somebody who typically does not have respect for victims, okay? This is the same Pop-Tart, bad body built bitch who sprinkled and doused himself in baby oil outside of a federal courthouse following the conclusion of P. Diddy's trial and made a goddamn fool of himself. You know, so we don't really expect, any real decency. But you would have thought that after he got flamed up, by the media and got dragged and denounced, and interviews and bags got stopped following that tacky ass demonstration outside of the federal courthouse from a bunch of motherfucking people who belong to an already marginalized group known as Black folk, who had the nerve to be indecent and be immature and dismissive and insensitive toward a group of women who had been victimized in their own unique ways by the 3-inch peen carrying Diddy after party freak himself, Sean Combs. But 1 + 1 never equals 2 for this group, right? But to make matters worse, the reason why AJ was really, really, really like active this weekend is because this was the birthday weekend of his spouse's mother, who is no longer here. So this weekend was already intense. It was already an emotional weekend for them, remembering Mama Bear. And so for all of this foolishness to be going on the internet, triggering them up and reducing what happened to them as infidelity, etc., and being talked about in this very cavalier, just another hot take, just another hot topic type of a story. That's why AJ ass been in his red bottom, girl. Okay? Putting belt to ass, heel to neck. If Wiggins not careful, girl, she gonna find her ass as a defendant in a amended complaint, since she clearly needs that, because since their lawsuit has been had, he's been talking in this very cavalier way about this whole situation. He made such insensitive remarks in his attempt to be a hot take, salacious blogger that they had to call him out then, and he took the Twitter space down because it was that disgusting. And he's still at it. So it sounds to me that he need that. He gotta have that. You need that. It sounds like he need that. Do it sound like that to y'all? Because why you keep playing with these niggas? Why you keep using a situation to get at Milagro? It's a lot of shit you can get at her. She got a banana face. She got a boob lift, and the boobs still are gravitationally bound. Girl, she put the boobs on the elevator, and the elevator still won't take her to the rooftop floor. She lost a lawsuit, girl, and got gagged and had that little defamation count that was initially in her favor, girl, reverse. I flip it in reverse, said, and the fuck you thought this was, bitch? She owes Megan Thee Stallion $75K, and that's not including the lawyer fees and legal fees that they're going to tally up once all the post-litigating has concluded. She's got the FBI on her motherfucking neck. She testified that she got less than $10 in her motherfucking account. I mean, there are so many wonderful things to say about her without having to use AJ and Antonio's personal essay as a dig to her. I mean, one of the biggest gags is, let me find this for y'all. I mean, there's so many things to say. I'm not sure, like, why we're having to say that. Oh, let me find this for y'all. The biggest gag, girl, was the process server in Megan Thee Stallion's case. This might have been an Antonio Dim case, girl. Pulling up to Milagro's town hall, girl. Catching her, girl, in the heat of the night. Huh? Girl, you can gag her down about coming to the motherfucking front door for the process server, girl. Bald-headed and all, baby. Graves' disease and eyeballs busting and bulging all upside of her motherfucking head, bitch. If you look close, the bitch look like she ain't even had her motherfucking dentures in, girl. Bitch giving grandma all around her mouth, girl. Grandma Milagro. Baby, where is her teeth at? Why her mouth all balled up like this? Bitch looking like Patrick from SpongeBob and Friends, bitch. Girl, there's a whole lot of things you can say about her that are actually funny and hilarious. I'm not really sure why you're keeping Antonio and Jordan's name in your cocksucker. We know you definitely scared, bitch, of lawsuits. We know you don't have the coin to endure a lawsuit. And because you don't fact check like she don't, bitch, we know you're liable to be found guilty just like her ass and your mentor was in a defamation suit. Because y'all don't specialize in the truth like we do. Okay? So I'm not really sure why you playing with these people, and you can see that they mean business, bitch. They're not out here in social media streets just accusing Milagro of something. They're taking her ass to task in court. They're taking Airbnb, her husband, etc. Girl, they have trial set for next year. She tried to get the case dismissed. The judge said, It looked like there's enough substance here for us to see this case through to the end. There's going to be no dismissal. So while you're over here dismissing and reducing what happened to these young men as infidelity and cheating, while a whole judge has looked at this suit and found it to be legit and substantive enough, girl, to bypass, go and collect $200 on the way to trial, it's really wild work. I know I wouldn't keep doing it unless I wanted to find myself listed as a defendant along with all the other goddamn defendants on the case. Matter of fact, let me see what else AJ posted to his Twitter while I'm here. Let me see what else is up here. Hold on. Okay. AJ said 6 hours ago. Oh, he replying to Survivor One and Wiggins. He said some people only learn lessons the hard way. These bloggers and self-proclaimed new media are about to find out that I'm not their content, and I'm definitely not the one to F with. They're used to disrespecting people, talking down to their audience, and never being challenged. It's looking like somebody's going to be added to a suit. Then after AJ girl had clocked Wiggins upside the wig, bitch, and Luke Canged his ass, girl, in the back of the head, girl, where Cenat's footprint already was, Wiggins gonna turn around and block AJ girl. That's just like a narcissist. To throw your hands, have another motherfucker's name in your mouth, and then when they on your ass, bitch, you on your scooter, bitch. You ain't blocked Milagro. You ain't blocked Cardi. See, you would go toe-to-toe with these bitches, but you don't never have no real smoke for none of these niggas who need that. When them niggas be needing that, niggas want to run down to the courthouse and get restraining orders. But let AJ have been a 5'2" female, baby. Would have been dragged to the second coming of Christ, baby. Y'all see this? The hypocrisy of a barnyard democracy. All motherfucking talk. Because the nigga that he calling upon like Candyman in the motherfucking mirror finally manifested. And instead of him being just a man about it, he gonna cower down and block. Is there any lick of testosterone to be found amongst Barnyard Wiggins, girl? Let me see what else up here. Y'all know I be having to censor Twitter, girl, because, you know, Twitter allow a lot of shit, girl, on their platform. So I can't be scrolling, child. Just fluidly on here. Okay, we got another post from AJ 6 hours ago. Let's see what he got to say. I'm gonna show y'all this. Make sure y'all run the likes all the way up. Subscribe if you're new here so you can comment in real time while we're live, and we are certainly in Kuala. And Kuala. Hold on. Why is my shit not showing? Hold on, y'all. My computer is doing the most. Can y'all see my screen? Is something sharing on my screen? Because StreamYard is messy. And it's too goddamn expensive to be this messy. Oh, here it is. Girl, I don't know why this shit be acting toe up. Okay, so here's another post he made toward Wiggins. The funniest part about being called a clout chaser is that I don't wake up thinking about Barnyard Wiggins. Apparently, he wakes up thinking about me at 11 a.m. Central Standard. And let's clear up another lie. Barnyard Wiggins' name wasn't brought up because I'm obsessed or give a fuck about him. His name came up because I was asked about him under oath during a deposition regarding how Milagro obtained the HBO documentary opportunity. That's called testimony, not gossip, hope. We got here because Barnyard Wiggins chose to run with Milagro's narrative, platform people calling us liars, punks, and maggots, and push the idea that we filed a fraudulent lawsuit. Funny how accusing someone of committing a crime was perfectly acceptable when it was directed at us. I've corrected Wiggins multiple times. He keeps talking. I keep fact-checking him. That's not clout chasing. Bro needs to stop pretending and admit that he's personally invested, because if my name is the first thing on your mind at 7:10 in the morning and you're still talking about me hours later, that's not journalism, baby. Why are you so obsessed with me? Then there's another post here. It's wild. And this was from last year, because this is how long Wiggins have, for whatever reason, had these young men's situation with Milagro in his dick sucker. It's wild how I feel like I can't breathe or live in peace. Now Barnyard Wiggins was online first thing this morning, using his platform to amplify and push harassment, bullying, and made-up narratives. He doesn't know me. He's never spoken to me, never asked for a comment, yet feels comfortable throwing slurs and calling me out my name. I'm not okay with anyone using their platform to hype up lies to target me and my family. That ish is dangerous. I'm dealing with enough already, and I refuse to carry anyone else's chaos. Lord, give me strength. I say get strong enough to put his ass as a defendant. Because, see, bitches and niggas like Trasher and Milagro and Wendy Wiggins, these are the kind of people that you gotta show with action. They're reprobates. These are not people that you can make a moral appeal to, AJ, because they don't have a moral conscience to speak of. So gentle parenting don't work on these hard kneecap, brass knuckle ass niggas and bitches. It don't work on them. You can't reason with this type of narcissism, baby. You can't reason, baby, with this type of delusion and dizziness. That's why Megan had to sue. That's why Cardi had to sue. That's why y'all are having to sue. These are the people that you got to sue, bitch. You got to press charges on. You got to lay their ass down. Okay. These are not reasonable people, girl. Okay. These are the kind of people who wipe their asses with cease and desist. Okay. And that's why they lose every lawsuit that they get in. Because they don't lead with the truth. So you got L's across the board. So you might just got to get strong enough, baby, to do what needs to be done. Let's see what else is up here. Let me see what else, child. Okay. Okay, here's a post of AJ responding to some commentary that I get. So Milagro over the weekend, as for those of you who tuned in last night, instead of Milagro dragging Wendy Wiggins back to hell where she belonged, girl, back to the dungeon dragon, rough. She instead started actually going in on AJ them, even though Wiggins was the one that brought up AJ and Antonio. So she was trying to discredit them and trying to call their lawsuit a lie, etc. So a Twitter user by the name of Weird Largo had posted a clip of Milagro's commentary from Station Head Girl. I wonder if her wig was off and her eyeballs was hanging outside of their sockets then. That's another story for another day. So AJ said this in response to that. Let's see here. AJ said on June the 13th, at this clip here from Pampa Lago, imagine going through something traumatic, trying to heal, and then seeing one of the defendants publicly mock you while telling thousands of people you're lying. That's the reality that Jordan and I have been living with. We didn't file a lawsuit for attention. We filed because we believe what happened matters and that accountability matters. To the contrary, Milagro jumped online and started attacking us while encouraging her broke-ass cult-like following to do the same. Our lawyers have the receipts. Please trust and believe. The situation has been emotionally exhausting, painful, and deeply personal. We didn't ask for any of this. We asked for accountability, and are they in court? And they will have it next year. The evidence will be examined, the facts will be decided, and the truth will come out. Until then, I hope people realize publicly ridiculing victims isn't strength or cute. It's cruelty, and it's clownish. But this is what the camp members at Crystal Lake do, girl. They specialize in torture and torment, and they think it's all fun and games until they cult leader bitch is having to raise hundreds of thousands of motherfucking dollars to reimburse a bitch who they thought it was cute to play with. And I guess they're going to keep finding themselves in that situation, and their dumbass cult leader is going to be continually stupid enough to allow herself to be turned into and reduced to a court gesture. I love the Conscious Crew, but one thing the Conscious Crew would never be able to get me to do, bitch, is to clown for them. Never, bitch. What the Conscious Crew would never be able to do, bitch, is to get me to shuck and jive for them. Because to put temporary smiles on motherfuckers to end up in real life drama that you won't be able to resolve with the truth because you are a master manipulator and only specialize in telling lies about your target. You won't even have the sword of righteousness and truth on your side to be able to defend yourself in the positions you're in. You got to suffer for some type of low-ass self-esteem to literally do anything for a Klondike bar. I've been listed in a lawsuit since February and haven't had to start a GoFundMe yet, bitch. There's already been $60,000 paid out to a fucking attorney. The receipts are being transcribed as we speak. See, God blesses righteous folk. Righteous folk can get themselves out of shit with the truth that liars have no choice but to endure the consequences of. Because there's actual consequences to lying and playing with people. My God. My God. What other half of the story? I don't know what other half you're speaking of, my love. You can put the other half in the comment section. And still not finished. They're still not finished. Okay? I know Wiggins think it's cute, girl, to keep using AJ and Antonio's situation to be messy with. And, you know, it's one thing if you're going to use the situation to, and you're going to speak about it in the way that the victims have presented it. But to use it in this cavalier way and then to just destroy the context and the foundation and to turn it into some salacious cheating shit. I can see why AJ and Antonio would be triggered by that. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being a great victim within a social system that was once your family and then have been exploited and set up and violated and had the people that you thought you could trust profit off of this violation and then tried to move on with your life. But then bitches wanted to remember the times and go through lookbooks and brag about how they broke into the room to accord the resolve and play with your trauma. When there was a real life fallout in real life as a result of what those two young men endured, their marriage almost crashed because of this shit. Their mental health journey was very difficult because of this shit. They had to also mourn the death of walking away from people that they loved and trust and had been invested in. AJ was the one who put the curls in this bitch's head when she had her little 5 minutes on the HBO documentary about the shooting trial case. Yeah, that was all AJ's work there. Could you imagine? If Wendy is going to use it as a dig toward Milagro, why are you not speaking about it in the way that the victims have contextualized it? It's almost like Wiggins is mad that these guys were violated. It's almost like he personally is invested and wants it to be that it was just one gay nigga cheating on another gay nigga. And maybe that's because that's the lifestyle of him and the low bottom ass pussy popping butch queens that he roll around LA with. Maybe that's because that's their tragic mulatto testimony. But if you can't project that onto everybody else, just because you used to being cheated on, and just because you and your butch queen friends are used to being cheated on and violated, girl, you can't put that on AJ and Antonio and try to act like they're putting 20 on 10 in their situation, because there wouldn't be a lawsuit and there wouldn't be a judge who is greenlighting that case going to trial. I don't think you want to find yourself on the negative end, on the negative side of Antonio and Jordan's frustration. It's not necessary, Wiggins. At all. Don't tell me he wants in on his court action. I think he do. You know, they like to report on cases. You might as well be a part of them. Okay? So, you know, AJ and Jordan got some things to consider, child. All right? So, y'all tell me what y'all think, girl. I got to get up out of her. It's a lot going on, girl. I don't know if y'all didn't see Wiggins crash out, girl. Go over there, give him a click in the view, or there are other commentators who got clips of the crash out girl on their platform. If you don't want to personally support Miss Wiggins shy, tell me what the hell y'all think. Because, girl, there's a lot going on in these Sky Reaps, girl. I would not be surprised, bitch, if a lawsuit came out against Miss Wiggins, girl, because she technically is defaming them. She's saying that one partner cheated on the other when one partner was strategically moved outside of the venue so that another partner could be actually exploited within the venue. That's night and day to comment to Wiggins' commentary. His narrative is as far away, girl, from that narrative as the sun is from the other side of the damn Milky Way. So we will not be surprised if his ass ended up in a litigation. Oh, you know, I ain't got to tell him. You know why? Because it's going to be better for their ass not to answer them emails. You know why? Because all it's going to do is have them niggas sanctioned. You can't run from discovery, baby. Running from discovery, girl, comes with consequences and repercussions. So let them keep not answering the phone and not answering and responding to emails. That's going to work in AJ and Antonio's favor, baby. I ain't helping that hoe out not one bit, okay? Get him, AJ. Get him, Antonio. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Girl, if you enjoyed yourself, Cash App, PayPal, the whole motherfucking nine. All social media handles are in the box below. I'll be here tomorrow with my co-host, Reckless, to get into Love Island Season 6, Episode 6 through 10. Be in the building for that, girl. They got it going on this season of Love Island. I love y'all, and I will see y'all later. Peace.